everybody, welcome along to the Hedge at Home. Wow, it seems ages since we've been here. Well, it is really, it's 4 weeks. Mike and I have been incredibly busy. We've been going to festivals and doing things like that. I'll tell you about it in a moment. Let's start with a song about a ship that's sinking. Sometime in October, we sailed from England shore. When we sailed into a raging storm, like I've never ever seen before. All of the crew, they were brave men, but the captain, he was braver. He said, now never mind, the ship me boys, there's none of us here can save her, or let her go down, or swim for your lives, swim for your children, swim for your wives, let her go down, let her go down. Lost in the open ocean, there was some of the crew and me, as the captain steered our wounded ship to the bottom of an angry sea. With his dying breath we all heard him say, it's the fortune of a sailor. He said, now never mind, the ship me boys, there's none of us here can save her, or let her go down, or swim for your lives, swim for your children, swim for your wives, let her go down, oh let her go down. He wondered if his shipmates were ready to just break and give in. So he called their names out one by one. There was no one else around but him. So the ship go down in the fading light, and he knew he could have saved her. He said the captain lied when the captain cried, there't none of us here can save her, let her go down, swim for your lives, swim for your children, swim for your lives, let her go down, oh let her go down, oh let her go down. And that's a Peter Knight song, and in case you hadn't gotten on, it's called Let Her Go Down, and about the terrible loss we had. Do you know Britain's got a huge amount of shipwrecks, and the reason why I brought that up this week is because they announced this week about that ship that's just been found about 20 miles off the coast of Great Yarmouth, which is meant to be as historically important as the Mary Rose. And the reason why I mentioned the Mary Rose is because on Monday week, myself and Kat will be coming back from our holiday, and we're going to go in to see the Mary Rose and HMS Victory all in the same day on the way home from holiday, and it's a bucket list thing, so I'm really looking forward to that. So anyway, how have you all been? I mean, you know, it's been ages since we've spoken. Let's just have a look, see who's watching. We got Mark Wyatt, Philip Trow, Gillian Cumming, we got Chris Jennings, Mark Wyatt, I might have said him already, Russell Hallett, Stuart Rainwater, Mike Booty's watching, as well as being sitting just over behind the camera actually, and Mark Schlesinger, who you'll be hearing from later, Claire Booty, Louise Booty. There's quite a few people. It's lovely to see you all. Really, really pleased you join us. Oh, Bob Jankowski and Kathy's just joined us. So welcome, welcome everybody. We've got a great show lined up for you tonight because we've got the second video coming up from Simon Toole that I was talking about the other week. We've got a video from Mark Schlesinger. Then we've got a performance from Brian Temple. And this is something a little bit different for you all. You're going to see an amazing sort of mixture of magic and performance. And towards the end, there is a song that he sings where you're going to go, your jaw will just drop and you'll sort of think, how the hell did he do that? So look out for that. Now, what have we been doing? Julie July. She won't be watching tonight. And there's good reason for that, because she's playing in Sudbury. Now, she actually offered me 2 free tickets. Well, offered Mike and me 2 free tickets to go and see her in Sudbury tonight. And of course, we couldn't do it because I couldn't leave you poor people alone for another week. I know some of you are now crying at the thought that we didn't go and watch her, and you are having to suffer this. But we thought, no, we want to make our public suffer. So here we are, and we had to give up our free tickets. And so you may have seen, and I ran a little competition, and congratulations to Carries, who will be sitting in the Quay in Sudbury right now, enjoying Julie July. And thanks ever so much, Julie July, for thinking of us. You know, as I told you the other week, fabulous band, and their new album, Wonderland, is just an absolute sumptuous feast. I'll tell you about the other thing that we've been doing after the next song or video. This is Simon Toole. And Simon, I don't know if you remember, I told you a couple of weeks ago, he produced 2 videos. Both of them feature a lot of yellow and blue. And both of them were to try and raise money for Ukrainian children caught up in the terrible, terrible conflict over there. Or no, war. Let's not fall into the Russians' vernacular. So if you do fancy donating, I'm not asking for any donations for anything else this week, but just go along to UNICEF. Simon is trying to raise money via UNICEF for the children of Ukraine. And this is a lovely little video, and it's called Hold Your Children Close.
I've come to see those famous people waiting by the bridge. They're only gonna cross it if we let them. There's always so many more of us than there ever can be of them. So hold your children close. We're waiting in the wings for something so much better than this. It's not who shouts the loudest is the winner. We're waiting on the truth and the summer love we can but feel. So hold your children close. The sadness, it is ringing in my ears like big explosions, and every person's tears are just my own. What can I do but love you? It's the only thing I've got. So hold your children close. What can I do but love you? It's the only thing I've got. So hold your children close. So hold your children close.
So that was Simon Toole, and Simon's, it's a heartfelt plea from him. If you can afford it, he'd love you to donate. You can even go on Bandcamp, I think it is, or go to simontoole.com, and you could download his music and make a donation to UNICEF at the same time. Let's do it. What do we want to do? Do we want to have a chat? Do we want to have a song? We'll do a song first, then we'll have a little chat, shall we? This is another song with a very deep meaning, and I've sung it before, and I've always said it's very special because it's about the Challenger, or not about, but it was written in memory of Christine McAuliffe, who died in the Challenger disaster. Somewhere on the Arc of Ages we are born, we cry on this spinning orb of wonder. We live, we die, still the moon and the stars will shine when we both had our time. Somewhere in the dark I'll find you, somewhere in the light I'll meet you there, where immortal souls collide, or somewhere out there. Can't bear to leave this path of years and the joy that it unfolds. Can all of this be ground to dust without meaning, resolve untold? This love is gold, can't let it go. It's for all of time. Somewhere in the dark I'll find you, somewhere in the light I'll lead you the Ark of Ages, on this orb of wonder, where the light is growing, where the sun goes under, on the Ark of Ages, on this orb of wonder, where the light is growing, where the sun goes under. Somewhere in the dark I'll find you, somewhere in the light I'll meet you there, where immortal souls collide, somewhere out there. Somewhere out there. Or somewhere out there on the Ark of Ages, on this orb of wonder, where the light is growing, where the sun goes under. Somewhere in the dark I'll find you, somewhere in the light I'll meet you there, where immortal souls collide, somewhere out there. It's Callum and Roy at McDonald's, Somewhere. So I was telling you, Mike and I have been up to all sorts of adventures. We went and camped in a cow field for a weekend, and it was most interesting because the toilets were about 3/4 of a mile away from the actual cow field where we were allowed to camp. So it was quite an adventure if it was a bit desperate to go to the loo. But we coped, you know. The one thing we couldn't really cope was the weather. It was effing freezing. I tell you what, I've never been so cold in the summer in my life. Thank God the music was absolutely brilliant. The first day or the first evening, it was a group called the Jive Aces, which I believe they were on Britain's Got Talent or something, one of those sort of shows. And then they were followed by the Darts. And I hadn't realised that Den Haggerty is back with the Darts after all these years. And it was absolutely brilliant to see the Darts back with their original lineup. They were fantastic stuff. Then the next day we had BMW, Tradar. I mean, you know, well, we've got, you know, might have spent a few pennies. Their latest album, it's called Strange News. It's really worth getting, especially if you like that sort of folk rock vibe from the 70s. Then we had the Bar Steward Sons of Valdunican. And, you know, as we were watching them, surgeons were fighting to save my life by sewing up my sides. And then after then, we had the wonderful, brilliant Merry Hell. And I've got to tell you this, if you get a chance to see Merry Hell live, go, for God's sake, go. They are one of the best bands I have seen live in years and years. And I like them so much that I bought their latest album, Emergency Lullabies. One of their EPs, Bury Me Naked. Another EP, When We Meet Again. And then because I'd bought an album, and their violinist, do you remember Carbon Hobo? We had a video from him once, didn't we, called Somewhere on the Northern Line. And because I bought so much stock from them, they gave me another one. There you go. Come on, England. Which was very nice of them. But they really were absolutely fantastic. And I did manage to have a chat to a couple of them. And I'm going to ask a favour in the future. We'll see. We'll see how we get along. Mike's just reminded me of the next night. I just hadn't got there yet, Michael. I said that was the Saturday night. Then on the Sunday, we had Anthony John Clark, and was that the Bar Steward's under Valdunican? On the Sunday? I can't really remember. Yes, it was. It was on the Sunday, wasn't it? See, look, I brought them forward to the Saturday. And then we had Fairport Convention as well to close the evening. And it all finished absolutely brilliantly. And the Fleur de Lis in East Hagbourne is a wonderful pub. And Darren Sargison, who runs it, does a fantastic job. They put up these huge marquees all over the car park, which is like at the back of the building. So we had a huge covered area, so even when it rained on the Sunday it didn't matter. It was really, really good. And the only thing that really got wet was our tent. We had to pack a wet tent up, and then I had to, luckily, let you in, it was secret, Mike's got a very big garden. If you ever need to dry a tent, he's the chap to see. So we've got some comments here. Oh, Gillian Cummings says, the story. I know what you mean. You mean the story. It's on the album, The Story, isn't it? Yeah. And we're talking about the last song that I sang. Mark Schlesinger says, thanks. Robert Jankowski says, love the background. And yes, I like to think it's Cornwall. I think it's more likely to be somewhere in China, though. Obviously, Gillian Cummings is a great Rumrick fan, so I'm really pleased about that. We got Philip Trow, Philip and Gillian here, and I think Philip was an old HMSO colleague, if I remember rightly. It's difficult to remember when you get to my age. Anyway, we're going to have another video now, and this is actually, I just mentioned Mark Schlesinger. This is him, yes. He's made a video, and it's got it out on Facebook and I think somewhere else as well. But he sent a copy to me, and we're going to play it for you now. And it's all about that good old homemade rock and roll.
Hey man, I feel alright, flying like a satellite. And tonight I feel the power flow from my heart and mind, my body and my soul. Sending it at you now to make the party go. It's just homemade rock and roll. I'm sending you homemade rock and roll. Piece of that homemade rock and roll. Hope that it gets into your soul. It's rock and roll. Rockin', rock and roll. From my heart to yours, nothing interferes because digital improvement isn't used. Fresh as wholemeal bread, tight as blue suede shoes. Coming to free your soul and chase away the blues. It's just homemade rock and roll. I'm sending you homemade rock and roll. Piece of that homemade rock and roll. Hope that it gets into your soul. It's rock and roll. Rockin', rock and roll. Rock and roll. Hope that it gets into your soul.
And we're back. Thanks ever so much, Mark Schlesinger, for that video. And if anyone knows of anybody that's got any videos, I'm really running out. So I need more videos if we're going to keep this going. In a couple of weeks' time, we've got Joel Raphael going to be on the show. He's an amazing musician from California. He's so well known in the States, you wouldn't believe it. And he's the musician's musician, if you know what I mean. There's quite a famous few concerts that Crosby, Stills and Nash did, and they bring him on as a guest. You know, they love him, so they bring him on as a guest, and he's going to come on this show as a guest, and I'm sure you're going to love him as well. So the other week, I got back together with my old bandmate, writing partner, Andy Walker. And we've decided that we're going to start recording again and writing again. And I said to him, look, I've got this bit of a song that's been going through my head for a while now. And so I know it's about this girl. And she's got a weird name because her name is Whisper. And I think that's possibly because she comes from fairy stock. And you know, because Jewig, my surname, translates as Black Fairy, I'm really quite into all these things about mythology and fairies and all that. And so this is what came out of it. It's a song called Whisper. Came to me on a prayer. Whisper, my heart is in your lair. Whisper, the picture in my eye. Whisper, let's shed our skins and fly. Whisper, with curls of flaxen hair. Whisper brings me love beyond compare. It seems she fell from the sky. Whisper, let's shed our skins and fly. Where did you come from, fairy queen? Throughout my life, where have you been? I prayed so hard and there you were. A mystic beauty so demure. Eyes of silken blue. Whisper, my heart is all askew. Whisper, I won't ever make you cry. Whisper, shed our skins and fly. Where did you come from, fairy queen? Throughout my life, where have you been? Emotion shifting like the sand. You are the fairest in the broad land. Whisper, when did you leave? Whisper, why did you make me breathe? Whisper, my lips let out a sigh. Whisper, what magic made you fly? Whisper, what magic made you fly? Whisper, what magic made you fly? And there you have it. That's a new song called Whisper by myself and Andy Walker. What's this? Bobby Jankowski says, very good, loved it, thank you. Rosemary Phelps, good evening, Rob. Sorry I'm late to the party. Ah, you missed so much, Rosie. You missed me sort of blethering on like I do. Stuart Rainwater, fab. Thanks, Stuart. That's really nice of you to say. So, Mark Schlesinger wants me to plug a gig. He's doing a gig. Hee-hee! We love it when people do gigs because they've been very hard to come by recently. So, he's doing a gig on Sunday the 26th in the evening at the Merchant House in Norwich. So, get yourself down there, Sunday the 26th. I won't be joining you because I will be in the Isle of Wight. Isn't that good? The lengths that some people go to avoid your gigs, Mark. It's terrible, isn't it? I mean, don't worry. I've actually had girlfriends move countries to avoid me. So don't feel bad about it. Right, now, I'm not going to play a song now, am I? No. I'm going to tell you about our special guest tonight. Now, the first thing you will notice about our special guest is he's not actually watching. And there's very good reason for that. It's Brian Temple. Brian is out on a 2-day bender, basically, with his daughters. And they have a very, very special weekend for Father's Day because due to a medical emergency some years ago when his life was saved, around Father's Day, so now they have a 2-day celebration. So unfortunately, he'll be watching us on catch up. So hi Brian, hope you're enjoying this on catch up. But in the meantime, let me tell you a little bit about Brian. Brian is a stage actor, a singer, a magician, a dad. He's all sorts of things, and he was really worried about sort of doing a set for us, but I persuaded him, and I sort of said, you've toured the world, mate. He toured the whole of Europe with Les Miserables, so there's got to be something in that. And he does his magic shows in New York. People love him. So I thought, let's have you on. And he went to town, didn't he? He hired a studio, his vocal coach and pianist, and also Greg Porter, Not that Greg Porter, another Greg Porter, who actually filmed it for him. So I think you're going to really enjoy this. Watch closely, because this is the first time on the show that not only do we have songs, but we have some magic as well. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brian Temple from New York.
Hey everybody, welcome. And I want to thank Rob for this wonderful opportunity to perform a little bit today. I'm going to do a hybrid performance, the first for me ever. So we're going to do magic and we're going to do singing. And I wanted to come up with something very simple to call this as like this inaugural performance. So it's going to be the whatever the heck you want to call it, Magic and Music Extravaganza. You got it. That is the whatever the heck you want to call it, Magic and Music Extravaganza, ladies and gentlemen. Just keeping it simple today. With Kate is on piano, and another friend of mine running cameras and audio today is Greg. And so yeah, let's get this started with a little magic. Ladies and gentlemen, a little magic. Number 32, ladies and gentlemen, Magic Johnson from the world famous Los Angeles Lakers. All right, go for the dunk. There you go, a little magic. Hey, all right. That was wonderful. Yeah, just ignore that. It's for the blooper reel. So anyhow, let's get into a little something different. The thing is with magicians is people give us little credit, like ever, like these guys. I mean, here I am trying to, make a dime, and I got practically nothing from those folks. So, yeah, let's just get into this. For the purpose of my magic, I use a regular deck of cards. Nothing special about them, just regular marked on this side. And I use the U.S. playing card companies with the writer back like so. And so to start this off, we are going to take the top card. So the top card is the 6 of clubs. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll take the 6 of clubs and put it down here. And then I will shuffle the deck, like so. And then I will cut the cards to a card from the middle of the deck, ladies and gentlemen. So we got the 6 of clubs here, and we got a card that I cut randomly from the middle of the deck, and that card is, that card is the 6 of clubs. I don't know if that's good or bad. So if we randomly cut from the deck to the 6 of clubs, this one must mean we've got the hedge at home, ladies and gentlemen. That one's for Rob. Oh. Sorry, we almost had a fatality there. So the other thing we do with magic is, sometimes you'll see here in a minute. I've got an empty handkerchief, okay, and I'm going to show you the right hand, show you that the right hand is empty because that's the right thing to do. And I will show you the front, and I will show you the back, and then I will show you the left hand because that's what's left to do. So what I want you to do is I want you to focus on this big round hole right here. It's pretty evident, because what you'll notice is that, just keep looking here, you will see that a coin appears from that hole. So magicians tend to use silver dollars, and I use the Kennedy half dollar. And I was doing some research on Kennedy, on his economic policies, and when he took over the presidency, he took over basically a recession. But right now in the United States, we're certainly dealing with the most evident signs of inflation. Get it, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, thanks. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I hope his singing's better than his magic. But the thing with recession is, or inflation, is that your money quickly just vanishes. There we go.
Wow.
Whoa. So, what else do we have on tap? We've got some rope. So this rope bit is just simply an illusion. It goes back like decades. And so what we've got is 3 unequal pieces of rope, ladies and gentlemen. Standard cotton rope, same thing you have in your nightstands at home. So we're just going to fold this in half, right? We're going to fold this in half, and we'll fold the second one in half, and we'll fold the third one in half. And so it's that simple. You fold them in half, you click, and you will notice that they actually appear to be 3 equal lengths. So you've got the first piece, or the masterpiece, and you've got the second piece, and you've got the third piece. So you just bring these back together like so, and fold them up. And again, just a little snap, and you'll notice that they come right back to 3 unequal pieces of rope, ladies and gentlemen.
Cool.
Yeah, rope is very elusive. It's crazy what it has, sort of has a mind of its own. So we're just going to fold this rope. Well, let's see here. I'm just going to go ahead and fold the rope like so, and then I'm going to cut this. We're going to basically cut it in half. Oh, that's not good. That's not in half. Yeah, so we'll just tie the 2 pieces together like so. Ladies and gentlemen, a restored piece of rope. Yeah, thank you very much. Actually, the centerpiece would have been somewhere around here, so it's really not all that funny. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Cards, coins, and rope.
Yay!
Ladies and gentlemen, my first song today is about the befuddlement of love, that sort of infatuation that ties you into knots. No pun intended. Yes, pun intended. Thank you for that, Kate. So this song premiered in a Broadway musical in 1940 from the musical Pal Joey, and it is entitled Bewitched. She's a fool and don't I know it, but a fool can have her charms. I'm in love and don't I show it, like a babe in arms. Love's the same old sad sensation. Lately I've not slept a wink, since the silly situation has me on the blink. I'm wild again, beguiled again, a simpering, whimpering child again, bewitched, bothered and bewildered am I. Couldn't sleep and wouldn't sleep. Love came and told me I shouldn't sleep. Bewitched, bothered and bewildered am I. Lost my heart, but what of it? She is cold, I agree. She can laugh, but I love it, although the laugh's on me. I'll sing to her, each spring to her, and long for the day when I cling to her. Bewitched, bothered and bewildered am I. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's actually a special weekend, as you very well know, with the Jubilee thing. So my wife and daughter are here with me in the city, and they're over next door at a place called Tea and Sympathy where they're celebrating this. So that's a wonderful thing about the diversity of New York and all things going on. And so this next song brings me in a similar light, but it brings me to Alton, East Hampshire, where years ago my family and I went and sort of participated in the National Garden Scheme. So we got to talk to homeowners and talk to them about their gardens. And at one point in time, we stopped in somebody's backyard for some fresh baked goods, where we had a scone and English tea. And this next song, ladies and gentlemen, was written by Sir Paul McCartney, and it is called English Tea. Would you care to sit with me for a cup of English tea. Very twee, very me, any sunny morning. What a pleasure it would be, chatting so delightfully. Nanny bakes fairy cakes on a Sunday morning. Miles and miles of English garden stretching past the willow tree. Lines of hollyhocks and roses listen most attentively. Do you know the game croquet? Peradventure we might play. Very gay, hip hooray, any sunny morning. Miles and miles of English garden stretching past the willow tree. Lines of hollyhocks and roses listen most attentively. As a rule, the church bells chime when it's almost supper time. Nanny bakes fairy cakes every Sunday morning. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce Kate. Kate, do you mind joining me, please?
Of course.
So this is a trick. It's called My Cup of Tea. It is something that I actually came up with some time ago. So we will start again by shuffling the cards. A sloppy shuffle at that, but a shuffle nonetheless. So yeah, it's interesting. Just up the road from here, I dropped off my wife and my daughter because there's a place called Tea and Sympathy, which is a restaurant just a couple blocks away, and they're celebrating the Queen's Jubilee. So I don't blame them, actually. I probably would have gone out for that if we weren't here this morning. But yeah, it's quite exciting to be a part of that. My family is very much a follower of that sort of pomp and circumstance. So we shuffled the cards, and Greg, I'm going to riffle through the cards, and I want you to tell me when to stop, okay?
Stop.
Okay. Well done, Greg. I'll do that slower, okay?
Stop.
All right, there we go. So, Kate, I cut to the spot where Greg told me to stop. I want you to take your card.
Okay.
All right, just note it, remember it,
Okay.
okay? We'll just put it face down here,
Okay.
okay? Thank you. So now to the tea. Kate, go ahead and pick two of these. Well, how's the camera there? Can you see? Go ahead and pick two of these tea bags, Kate. Just point to two. Green tea, all right, that one. And Earl Grey, yes. Bye, Earl. So two more. Go ahead and pick one, Kate.
Okay.
All right. So, sorry to the Bigelow crew. So yeah, Lipton, the Share the Sunshine, it says. It's also America's favorite coffee. Or not coffee, it's tea. English tea, not English coffee. It's horrible. So what I want you to do, first of all, is I want you to inspect these three tea bags and ensure that they are intact and that they are not tampered with.
Okay.
Perfectly closed bags.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I'll put those aside. And the same thing here, Kate, with this one.
Looks like a regular tea bag.
Okay, what I would like you to do now is I would like you to open the tea bag,
Okay.
please,
Oh, shoot.
and pull out the tea bag and unwrap the tea bag and take a look inside of the actual tea bag and let me know if you see anything special.
Here's a little 10 of clubs.
10 of clubs.
That was my card.
That was your chosen
What?
card, ladies and gentlemen. 10 of clubs.
Wow.
I'm not going to throw this one this
Can I
time.
see? It's so
10
cute.
10 of clubs.
Nice.
Yay. So funny.
So my next song, ladies and gentlemen, brings me to the towns and the gardens of Provence and the fields and the gardens of the Netherlands. Years ago, my family and I had an opportunity to travel both. We used to holiday a little bit down in the southern France with a friend of ours, and it also just sort of brings me over to one of my favorite episodes of Doctor Who. There was an episode where Matt Smith as the Doctor and Amy Pond took Vincent van Gogh to the Musée d'Orsay in Paris, and they show him an exhibit of Van Gogh, and the curator basically explains just how much of an effect Van Gogh had on generations of art lovers. It was a very, very touching ending to a particular episode. And so that brings me to Don McLean's Starry, Starry Night. Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hills, sketch the trees and daffodils. Catch the breeze and winter chills in colors on the snowy linen land. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Starry, starry night, flaming flowers that brightly blaze, swirling clouds in violet haze, reflect in Vincent's eyes of china blue, colors changing hue. Morning fields of amber grain, weathered faces lined in pain, are soothed beneath the artist's loving hand. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now, for they could not love you, but still your love was true. And when no hope was left in sight, on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night, portraits hung in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget, like the strangers that you've met. The ragged men in ragged clothes, the silver thorn of bloody rose, lies crushed and broken on the virgin snow. Now I think I know what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they're not listening still. Perhaps they never will. So this next song brings me to London, specifically the Covent Garden and Opera House area, where this song was premiered in 1728 by George Friedrich Handel in an opera called Tolomeo. It is called No lo dirò col labbro, or Silent Worship as it is called in English.
con le faville della vita pupille per dir gormito tardo lo sguardo palerà non lo dirò con labbra che tanto radir non ha non lo dirò con labbra non lo dirò con labbra che tanto radir non ha che tanto radir non ha non lo dirò con labbra che tanto radir non ha.
Hey everybody, so my last song to wrap up tonight is a song about the depth and infatuation and awe of love. This song, it needs no introduction. It's just so wonderful, but to give it its due, it is called The Way You Look Tonight. Someday, when I'm awfully low and the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you. And the way you look tonight. But you're lovely with your smile so warm and that cheek so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you, just the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose touches my foolish heart. Lovely, never, never change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you, just the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed what we did here tonight. I really want to thank Rob and the team for giving me an opportunity to do this. And be well and God bless.
And thanks ever so much, Brian. That's great. And I hope you enjoyed the magic. And you noticed the little Hedge at Home logo on one of his cards at the beginning. Very clever, that. So thanks a lot, Brian. And hopefully you can catch up with that on YouTube later. All of our shows are on YouTube, and our YouTube channel is www.youtube.com/The Hedge at Home. And you can catch up with any of our shows there about 2 hours after this goes out. We'll get it up for you. Well, we come to the end of the show. Just to mention again, in 2 weeks' time, we've got Joelle Raphael. 2 weeks after that, we've got Josie Bello. She's also from New York, actually, a professional musician who also runs like an open mic night, and I think she's going to involve quite a few people in her slot. And to end the series, we've got Robin James Hurt from Ireland, who will be doing a half-hour set for us. And then we're going to go away for a while. We're going to have some festivals, and we'll have August off, and then we should be back in September. So, thanks to everybody tonight. Thanks to Mark Schlesinger for his video. Thanks to Simon Tall for his video. Thanks for Mike for being my in-house producer, camera operator, and chief button pusher, as he puts it. Excuse me, coughing away. And most of all, thanks to you all for watching. And we're going to end with our normal song. Oh, don't forget, stay tuned at the end, because after the credits, we have begun showing you extra little videos. And this week, we're going to show you a video from the beginning of lockdown. If you remember, there was a wonderful, wonderful video by a chap called Mark Davis. Mark Davis of the Inklings, and it's room by room, and it was a really, really touching, beautiful little video. It's worth watching again. So stay tuned after the credits, and you'll see Mark's room by room. We're going to finish now. I think it was Gillian. Yeah, Gillian Cummings. She'll like this one. She'll know it. Gonna wipe the slate clean and And with that, we bid you good night until 2 weeks' time. Stay safe. May your gods go with you. Thanks to you all for watching. The show would be nothing without you. So until next time, take care. Stay tuned for the little video at the end. Until then, bye everybody. See ya.
Room by room, we keep a fire with all our love. We keep it bright. The darkened state, it is a lie. There is a way to end the night. Some rooms have just forgotten grace. They will turn with your embrace. You see and feel inner fire. There is a way to end the night, room by room. Room by room. Hold on to me when you forget, when darkened states get in your head. Hold on to me, your inner fire. There is a way to end the night, keep it bright. See and feed the inner fire with all our love. With all our